Hey everyone, it's Scott Monkern again. I was on vacation last week, so I didn't do anything last week. And while I was gone, in the mail, we got a new expansion for Doomtown Reloaded, the Showstopper. It's the latest expansion for Doomtown Reloaded. Now, if you're not familiar, AEG has announced they're going to discontinue Doomtown Reloaded as a game. Effective October, they're going to do a few kind of last-minute releases of some of the saddlebag expansions. I've gotten 2 of them in the last couple months. I think there's 1 or 2 more that are coming out. And it's kind of designed to bring the tale of the city of Gomorrah to an end. I'm not going to go into a lot of depth in this video about how to play Doomtown and what the game Doomtown is like, because I've got a video about that. But I did want to talk about this expansion that I just got. One of the things about the expansions for Doomtown, if you've never bought one of the expansions, is they're all centered around a story, and it comes with a little story here. So, unlike other games where you just get a bunch of new cards and maybe a bunch of new characters and stuff, this one, it's neat because all the cards that you get are centered around a story that's happening in the city of Gomorrah, or the town of Gomorrah, depending upon how big it is and how many people are in it. So, the cards are focused on a specific story, and the story here is a very, very dark story. At least when I read it the first time, I said, wow, this is a lot darker than some of the other stuff I've read in the town of Gomorrah. It's got some interesting, weird science associated with it. We're definitely moving towards kind of more that Wild, Wild West steampunk kind of era kind of stuff. Louis Pasteur plays a big part in the story. That's important to know. So it's definitely a lot darker. There are some new characters in the deck that are very dark, in my opinion, for Gomorrah, at least the way I looked at them. And there's some interesting powers. There are a couple of new locations. I noticed that in these cards that there was a lot more keyword focus than I remember some of the cards in the past. Is that there's a lot more unusual keywords in this deck when we compare them with other decks that I've seen that come in. So it looks to me like the next few expansions may be bringing the kind of the tale of the town of Gomorrah to what could be a fairly tragic closure, at least a kind of very interesting one. We'll have to see how those last 2 expansions fall out. So if you're interested in taking your Doomtown Reloaded to kind of a darker-esque kind of play, it's definitely an expansion worth picking up. I think it's running like between $10 and $20, which is not too bad for it. The cards are the same quality as usual. Let's see here. Same system, so nothing surprising there. The only thing I did notice, which is that up until now, all of my cards fit inside the base deck, in the base box. Now they don't. This is the first expansion which doesn't fit inside the base box. Gonna have to get Broken Token to make an insert so that we can get a little more cards in there. Other than that, good game, definitely worth picking up.